Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, we are going to be doing a reading and energy update for our beautiful collective here on YouTube. And it's funny because earlier today I had been meditating and journaling, as I sometimes do in advance of these readings, just to pull through some starting downloads that we can use as these sort of jumping off points into actually pulling cards here in the video itself. But I just realized that I sat down here to record without my journal with those things written in it. So I'm actually going to take that as a sign that what I'm remembering right now most strongly from that kind of journaling session is what's meant to come through this particular video. But if you do want to hear more of those journal downloads from the literal journal, then I will be grabbing that after this video and doing another recording. So do stay tuned on the channel if you'd like to be here for that. And you can tune in, of course, by clicking the subscribe button. And I also just want to say a huge thank you to all of you who are subscribed here on the channel. We really are a community here, a soul family in a sense, reconnecting with each other virtually through YouTube. So thank you for being part of that. And I actually just got a couple new tarot decks, so I'm going to be using these as well, and I want to let you know what some of these are. The main one that I'm going to be using that is actually more of like an oracle deck is Woodland Wardens, just so you know where that's coming from. And I'm just using two new traditional tarot decks as well. So it's been a little while since I've started a reading just by pulling cards. I know that I did a little bit of a spontaneous reading video last night where I was actually channeling into a very specific collective that was feeling a lot of soul loneliness. So I hope that message reached you if it was for you, but I don't think we ended up pulling any cards in that video, if I remember correctly, or if we did, it may have just been a couple. But I really wanted to do more of a traditional style reading video today. So if you would like to contribute your energy in a stronger way, you can do so by liking the video and subscribing to the channel, as these are forms of energetic transference. And I will be doing my best to pick up on the collective energies coming through and channeling some messages for all of you. Do keep in mind that these are collective readings, so at the end of the day, your intuition really is the compass of your life experience. Only take what feels right to your intuition and leave the rest here. Okay, so the first card we have here is the Knight of Swords. And what I'm getting from this card is it's a very stop and go energy. The best way I can describe it is it was an energy that was on pause for a really long time, but then suddenly starts up again really quickly and starts moving very fast. And for some reason, I'm getting for many of you, this may be a masculine energy. Now, keep in mind, we all have a balance of masculine and feminine energies internally. So take those however they connect. These energies aren't necessarily related to a particular gender or anything like that. Take them as they resonate. But I'm really picking up on a masculine who was, I'm hearing, at a halt or at a standstill. I'm seeing a newspaper for some reason. Like someone wanting the news or bringing news. Interesting. It's like they're delivering some kind of news or some kind of update to you. Or that update or news is being delivered through this person. And I almost feel like this is something that you've been waiting on here. For some reason, I'm picking up some Libra energy, but that won't be for everyone. But this card itself can also relate to Capricorn and Aquarius energy as well. So that could be in someone's birth chart here. But I feel someone like, I'm hearing suddenly becoming very determined about something that they looked indecisive about for a long time. And I'm hearing you thought it was over. So I feel in many cases, this is actually a person that you're going to be really shocked to hear from, because there's this sense of you having thought that this was over. And it's been a really long time since I've used the Love Word Scramble. This is just a tool that I use that those of you who have been on the channel for a while will remember. But this tool channels through specific words, details, names, that kind of thing. And I sometimes use it to add a little detail to the readings. Now, of course, these small details will just connect with different random people. They will not be for everyone. So the message could still very well relate to you, even if these details don't necessarily connect. But I felt really guided to open this up today, even though I haven't used it in forever. I just saw the number 555, which represents really rapid change. I'm seeing someone like with crystals doing a tarot card reading. Maybe you are a tarot card reader yourself, or you utilize crystals in your spiritual practice. But for some reason, I'm also feeling that in some cases, the masculine coming through here may actually be someone who is getting tarot readings on you, or who is exploring spiritual things. I'm hearing because they have no other explanation. I'm seeing like cherries in my mind's eye. Maybe that's relevant, or like some kind of red berry. I'm not sure why. Anyway, okay, so lots of details coming through. But in the Love Word Scramble, I have the name Louis, which for some reason I thought St. Louis, like the city as well. Also the number 6. This could be life path 6 for someone, or the 6th month of the year, which is June. June energy could be relevant, but this also could be the time frame that this person actually comes in here. We also have the words tone, understanding, and contain. Yeah, I feel like this person tried to contain something, or tried to contain themselves or an emotion, almost like to control how they were feeling about something. And that's why there was this period of stagnancy. I feel like that was a period of containment where they were trying to keep something under wraps. And I keep getting something about them being very careful about their voice tone and how they come across. I'm hearing the tone of their words or the tone of their messages if you weren't necessarily verbally communicating out loud in person. I feel like this is someone who was trying to contain their emotions and hold a certain tone, but now they're bringing through some kind of understanding. They're like moving very quickly and delivering news or an update to you of some kind, because I'm getting this sense of like the containment no longer working, them not being able to contain themselves in that way. So I'm actually going to go to my other new traditional tarot deck. I have 2 of these because I had the idea of actually using 2 separate decks to clarify messages, because my thought process here is at times, we may actually pull duplicate cards, meaning one of the same card from both decks. And this could be really clarifying and confirming for the energies. So, okay, we have the 7 of Pentacles from this deck. This is interesting. So I'm actually getting very strongly that this is your energy. I also see you coming up as the Queen of Wands. And interestingly, we have the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck as well. And I'm hearing the Queen of Wands being you, being most likely very much in your divine feminine energy. I will most likely put this in the title because I'm hearing something about a horizon or a sunset. Maybe I'm speaking to someone's view or something relevant to your connection. I'm just seeing this beautiful pink sky. I'm hearing, is it a sunset or a sunrise? And I'm seeing like a bird, a white bird fly across it. Interesting. It's almost like an ending leads to a beginning, or something that looks like a sunset is actually a sunrise. And I'm hearing like the sunset is loud, but the sunrise is quiet. In this context, I know we're speaking very metaphorically in this reading, but what I'm getting very strongly is like this sunset, this ending of some kind, maybe in your life, maybe between you and another person. I feel like it had a loudness to it, like people were aware of it, or it was very public or visible or obvious. But the sunrise is quiet. And so this could be speaking to something happening in your life, like maybe You let people see a sunset. You let people see something that you were closing out or ending in your life. But behind the scenes, you were working on the sunrise. You were creating this new beginning that many people may have not been aware of or may not ever be aware of until they visibly are seeing it. I'm hearing like until the sun fully rises. I feel like there's something private, sacred, and more quiet about this new beginning, this so-called sunrise taking place. And I just keep getting that there was something very visible about the way something ended. And many people just believed it was the end. Maybe a part of you believed it was the end. I feel like something was closing out, like it was a closing out of a chapter, but a turning of a page into the next chapter. It wasn't the end of the book. In fact, I'm hearing the best part is yet to come. Like it hadn't even occurred yet. The best moments haven't even happened yet. And yet many people may look at this and say that it's over. For some reason, I feel so strongly that for some of you, I'm talking about something very deeply personal to you. Like this could be a project or something creative in your life. I'm seeing a teacup for someone. Maybe someone's drinking tea or something of that nature. But I feel as though, tea could also be gossip. Maybe a lot of people were gossiping or talking or just kind of chattering about the way something ended in your life so publicly or visibly. I'm hearing like a visible downfall, or it wasn't really a downfall, but that's how it appeared. Like other people may have looked at something and thought, wow, like this is the closing of a chapter, or you're shutting some kind of door, or something's ending. And all the while you were ignoring the chatter and working on the sunrise that they weren't even aware of, working towards this new beginning, and the best is still yet to come. But it's almost like this secret that you're keeping with yourself. Like, you know, internally the best is yet to come, but many people around you have no idea. They think that something has just ended. Now, what I'm getting with the King of Wands and Queen of Wands coming out together is, if you are more so in your feminine, I feel you holding this space for a masculine counterpart who can truly meet you where you are. I'm hearing I turned on the lights. I turned on the lights. It's almost like something became very clear and obvious to you that wasn't clear in the dark. Like you illuminated something. I feel like this was deeply internal. Almost like you illuminating something to yourself that resulted in profound clarity and a shift in focus. What I'm getting is that something or someone that may have not really been able to fully honor you or respect you or connect with you in a peaceful, open way suddenly became illuminated to you. Like you suddenly recognized this person for who they were. And I'm hearing it shattered some kind of illusion, maybe even feelings of like, I don't want to say like obsession, but like strong pull towards this person. You may have really felt pulled to them in the dark when you weren't really clear on what they were providing for you or how they were or were not reciprocating with you. It's almost like something was very fuzzy or unclear, and in those times you felt really pulled to this person or thing, but now you've turned on the lights. Something has become really clear, open, and obvious, and it's been illuminated to you. And as a result of that illumination, the spell has broken in a sense, not a literal spell, but almost like a mind spell here, where there was this fog that's now cleared. And I feel like this has resulted in a boost of confidence, clarity, and also a total refocusing of your energy. And it does feel like that energy, yes, is going in a very personal direction, going towards your own personal creations or some kind of vision or new phase in your life. But also there is this sense, I'm seeing two thrones and you're sitting on one, like in this queen royal energy, and the other one is empty. It's like you're holding that empty throne beside you for someone, for a masculine here in this case, that can really rise to meet you on that sort of like royal level, if that makes sense, that partnership level. And I feel this just like total apathy or disinterest in anyone who doesn't have the ability to do that. And the guides are coming through here as well to say, it's really beautiful that you've reached a point where when someone meets you with inconsistency or creates disruption or confusion in your life, you've reached a point where you're actually responding with apathy instead of pull, with disinterest instead of feeling triggered to chase. This is a massive milestone emotionally for you because it's a huge sign of healing. And if you do want assistance in really embodying that magnetic feminine energy that attracts everything and everyone that you truly desire and are aligned with in your life, that attracts in those opportunities that are connected with your higher calling and purpose, I would really recommend checking out my Magnetic Feminine Energy Subliminal from the Sound and Soulful app. This is my subliminals app where I have over 100 subliminals for every area of life, for appearance, mood, money, business, mindset, soul connections, love, relationships, and so much more. And when you sign up for a free trial account in the app, you can access any subliminal I've created in 10 different background sound options. You can read the affirmations embedded within the track while you are listening, and you can create an unlimited number of your own personal private playlists. So this subliminal will really supercharge your energy, especially as a divine feminine, and help you to feel magnetic for everything you're desiring to create and attract in all areas of your life. I personally really love using this one. It's a relatively new recent add to the app. So I would love for this to be a tool that helps you to really embody that energy in your own life. Personally, I've found subliminals to be the most powerful way to really magnetize my energy, shift my subconscious belief systems, and manifest in my life. I use my own subliminals every single day, and I love sharing them all with you as well. So if you do want to get started by downloading my subliminals app, the link to it is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Okay, so let's go back over to this masculine embodying the Knight of Swords energy, because I'm really curious if this person can meet you in that King of Wands kind of space. I feel that for many of you, I'm hearing the moment you became apathetic, they changed their mind, or like it awoke something within them. So for many of you, I actually feel that at this point in time, you are more apathetic towards this Knight of Swords, towards this masculine energy coming up here. You may have really shifted your focus away from them. Again, really shifting that back into yourself. And ironically, I'm seeing like a rose. So maybe that's significant for someone, but ironically, I feel like that shift into self-focus has actually made you incredibly magnetic for this person. Okay, so let's channel some more information about this Knight of Swords. I didn't really address this Seven of Pentacles. I'm seeing something about gardening, so that could be relevant for someone, but I'm seeing this metaphoric as well. So it's almost like you have planted some kind of seed in your life or within yourself. And I do feel, again, it's very personal, not even necessarily related to love, but about your vision for yourself in your life. And I feel like you're starting to see movement in these directions. Interesting. So we have the Five of Swords, the Six of Cups. I'm getting a ton of Aquarius energy going on here as well. The Nine of Swords, some Gemini energy here, Libra, Scorpio. Someone needing to rest and regroup from something. Wow, okay. I have to say, I feel that this Knight of Swords, this masculine energy, is feeling very overburdened right now, very overwhelmed. And I feel that this sense of conflict that they have internally with the Five of Swords, it has a lot of Venus energy, a lot of energy related to love. I feel like there's some heavy karmic thread here as well, or a karmic weight of some kind. So this tells me that karmic weight could be a romantic connection or something that they're realizing they have to let go of. Could be with a fire sign, or there could be fire sign energy here. I'm also getting the sense that this Six of Cups, it's like this is someone longing to return to a more childlike state, to It's like they're longing to just be free of something, to be in a more playful, free, open state. And somehow I feel that they associate that with you or your energy, or that maybe being around you in the past really returned them to that playful, open, almost childlike state of being. And somehow they're connecting those dots mentally or putting that together and realizing that I'm hearing you peeled back all of the layers and helped them to get back to the core of who they really are. But you somehow did this, I'm hearing, without words. I mean, even if you used words with this person, like in conversation, I feel it wasn't something literal that you said. But this is actually reminding me of something I wrote in my journal, because I said I was going to go on memory for the journal entries for this reading. And something I wrote down is, your voice is so healing to me, but it was in quotations, almost like someone was saying this to you, but I'm hearing it's in a memory. So it's almost like your voice is in a memory for this person, which tells me you may actually not be in communication with them at this time, but they're remembering the sound of your voice. And I'm hearing it's calling them back home, or they're realizing that it did call them back home to this deeper place within themselves when they spoke to you, that it connected them with their heart. And that is what seems to be pushing them into this fast moving energy here. But it doesn't feel like an easy road. And I'm getting the sense that if the two of you have been disconnected in the physical realm, this is because this person is making a lot of changes behind the scenes, and it's happening through a lot of tension, conflict, and chaos. And that if you were to get kind of more involved in that, I feel it would kind of muddy up your vibration in a sense, because as we were channeling into earlier, you're really in this self-focused, beautiful, high vibrational energy where you're starting to see with the Seven of Pentacles that came out, those results, that positive momentum in your life that I feel you've been waiting for a really long time. And this, I'm hearing it's your birthright, it's your destiny, it's a manifestation that's been in the making for you for a while. I get the sense for you that something's really coming full circle in your personal life when it comes to a vision, goal, or dream. And again, if this person has disconnected from you or there isn't communication, I'm getting that's really for a divine reason as well, because they have to push through this conflict and chaos in their own life to make these rapid changes. And I'm hearing to meet you in their own heart space, to find you at the heart space. I know so much of this reading has been very symbolic and metaphoric, but I really hope that it's reached you if it's meant for you. I am going to actually be continuing this thread of energy, possibly cross-referencing my journal, because I will be getting that after this, but I want to look into more on specifically what news this person might be delivering to you. I don't often just do this kind of progression where I move from one video to the next, but I feel like this is sort of a complete thought in itself. And then I'm going to continue this channeling in another video, a sort of like part 2, if you will, but I also feel it will kind of encompass its own message. So if you do want to stay tuned for that, of course, subscribe to the channel. I would love to hear from you in the comments section as well. If anything here connected with you in a personal way, you can follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. And of course, if you do want to utilize my magnetic feminine energy subliminal to really supercharge your personal magnetism and attract your desires into your physical reality, the link to get the app is in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. Otherwise, I am wishing you all a beautiful day, sending you huge amounts of love and light energy, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.